Yes, yes, of course. Actually, I was having some commitments. That's why we postponed a few programs over here. Okay, so now we are going to officially start the conversation, the program. Okay, so would you like to introduce yourself? Our participants will know about you because we have some new people over here.
Okay, my name is Miss Chipararo from Zimbabwe in Africa,
Uh-huh.
and an English teacher for almost 18 years now. I taught the kindergarten group and the junior group and young adult learners.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yes.
Would you like to on the camera for a while?
Okay, let me try. The background is a bit poor.
Uh-huh. Yes, I think your camera is not excellent. Okay, no problem. You can go ahead.
Okay.
So, would you like to share your experience about like mostly what I checked your profile before you shared with us before. You traveled to Oman, South Africa, Gulf countries. Okay, would you like to share your experience over there? Like what profession you are having in that countries?
Okay, I will start with the most recent, which is in Oman.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good experience in a way. Was I learned something new that something that I never imagined. They emphasize much on recitation for
Uh-huh.
learners to recite. Yes, they recite. You give them a dialogue. They watch from a video recording of a dialogue, and then at the end of the period, the learners should recite the dialogue. And I find it a bit difficult considering my background. That would let learners recite instead of them internalizing and then practicing what they've been taught. Yeah, and yeah, that was the main challenge that I had with them. And also in South Africa, yes, it was uh, the theory combined with the practical, which was a bit easy for me. Yeah, considering that I'm from Zimbabwe, and that's the same method that we employ here in Zimbabwe.
Okay, like currently you are doing job in Zimbabwe, right?
Yes,
Okay. So, would you like to tell us about the Zimbabwe education? Like, there is mostly it's what you can say. There is proper schooling for the English learners, or mostly the schools are offering at evening. What type of English language centers are there in your country?
Yeah, we have English. We have got two groups, like exam groups. One is from the local one, that was INSEC, and then the other is the Cambridge set syllabus that we use. So it depends. Now, mostly the private sector, private schools use the Cambridge, while the government schools use the local exams, which is the ZIMSEC. And our paper one for like the senior group, we're having the comprehension, we have got the summary writing, we've got some vocabulary questions that they need to look into. Then we're having paper two, comprising of letter writing and correspondence, English correspondence, we can say. Then we've got a paper, which is sort of a literature content. They are given books to study and some poetry. Then they are asked on that on their paper three. That is for the senior group. they all at all levels, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Okay.
yeah, which is a bit, yeah.
In, it means that in your country, O level and A level is also operational, right?
Yeah, we've got local exams, which is the ZIMSEC, and then we've got Cambridge, mainly offered by the private sector, private colleges and private
Oh,
schools.
okay, okay. Like private colleges and schools are mostly affiliated with the Cambridge
Yes.
Education Board. Ah, that's great. That's great. Okay, okay,
Uh,
okay. So, like your personal experience, would you like to share us that, for example, when you were teaching in the class, okay? So, what was your main focus? Did you follow the already designed curriculum? Yeah, you added some points or some techniques from your own side also for the learners.
okay, can you please come again? There are some breaks.
Yeah, like I mean to say that, for example, in English language, there is maybe some institutions are offering a proper set of curriculum. Okay, proper course they are offering, and they are giving to the teachers. So teacher are just you can say teaching the curriculum. So did you follow the same curriculum which is given by you or already prepared by the institution? Are you made by yourself, or you add some techniques or some additions in the set curriculum?
Okay, we have some, like the government sector is prepared by the government,
Mhm,
while in private sector, like currently I'm in private sector,
mhm,
it's given the syllabus, and
mhm.
then you break it down into schemes of work per week, and then the teaching method depends with the topic that you are using. Otherwise, they allow you, the teacher, to employ whatever method that you feel is appropriate for the learners, as long
Uh-huh.
as we've covered the content that they want for the day.
Uh-huh. So, like, what was your experience in Oman? Like, are they you were teach part of the private sector, or you were taught in some government sector schools?
It was a private school.
Uh-huh. It was a British curriculum, like Cambridge system, or local.
I think it was local. It was a new school, so it was local. Because most of the time we have to get on the internet and research, and you come up with your schemes of work and your program, then you submit to the principal and approves, and then you start teaching.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But I
Okay.
feel, yes,
Yeah, you can proceed. Yes, please. Go ahead.
I would feel there were some discrepancies then with the type, the way they were conducting the lessons, because it doesn't give the learners much room to explore and much freedom then to play around with words. It was a bit, if you don't achieve this, then maybe you have failed in a way. That's what I thought. That's what I felt when I was there.
Mhm.
But I feel our young learners, we need to give them as much time and as much to explore,
Mhm.
experiment with words, so that at the end of the day, they can read, they can write, they can make up sentences to show
Okay.
understanding whatever instead of recitation.
Mhm. So,
Yeah.
do you have any idea for the teachers training? Like, would you like to share your experience about the teacher training? Like, for example, those teachers who are struggling to improve their accent, especially the female teachers, exclusively in the kindergarten, like in the junior sections. Teachers are mainly curious about their improve their accent. So, do you have any idea, or do you have any techniques for that teachers?
Well, I would encourage them maybe to watch as much, and yeah, it was just exposure. You need to be exposed then to maybe a particular accent, but then start with the basics. Aiming to know the basics for English. I'm forgetting this way that we use the phonics. Yes, once you get them, then it's going to be easy then to pronounce some words. I've watched some videos of some Chinese teachers, sorry to say, and the way they would pronounce some words, it was a bit queer and a bit offhand from what we normally know, because they haven't been exposed to the right way of reading of phonics and attacking new words. That's how that's what I've observed with them.
What is your experience about storytelling in the classroom? Like, for example, in the kindergarten, for example, if you want to deliver any lecture, or you want to explain some topic, so did you practice the storytelling techniques in the classroom?
Yeah, with with a group, maybe the 6-year-old, yes, because they would understand one or two words, yeah, and they were quite excited and showing interest to listen further. But then it would be, you explain each word as you go, because they would have repeated vocab. So if you try to bring in a new word, then you have to explain it and maybe demonstrate, and so that they understand the new word, so that they can get the whole story. And yes.
So you already use the techniques of the storytelling. What is your personal observation, like in the classroom? How you control the classroom? Like, what was your study teaching method? Did you always focus on the group discussion, on activity, or you just deliver the lectures?
Yeah, it was some group discussions and some presentations on the part of the learners. We discussed, and then would ask one or two to come in and present whatever topic that we would have discussed. Yeah, with that one, I felt that learners would improve much, as it also builds them their confidence and also their fluency as they each other. Maybe someone is having a difficulty in pronouncing a certain word, then you find among the audience one of the learners would come up with the right pronunciation of a certain word. So it was helping in a way. And then to control the class, we would offer some incentives then to say, if maybe you do better in such an activity or with such a topic, then you get something out of it. I would find the learners were so much lured into these incentives, and they would do much better because they would want to get the incentives at the end of the period.
So, what do you think, as a teacher, the role of technology in the classroom? Like, for example, in advanced country, I don't know, I have no idea about the Zimbabwe, but especially in Saudi Arabia, 99% especially the private schools, they are using smart board, and they are using tablets and Android technology, and almost the teachers are using some international standard like applications in the classrooms, like Class Dojo and others, so many. So what is the Zimbabwe education like? They are using technology, or they are not still on the traditional schooling?
Yeah, we normally use the projectors, maybe, and some computers to facilitate teaching, but then the use of them having the learners then to use tablets, well, it's too far from that. But we find the use of technology in terms of projectors and the computers quite helpful, and that learners would see and use them for whatever topic that we're discussing. And it's quite helpful. Then maybe at times to describe whatever activity, instead of them having to read through, then they would actually see from the projector. And it's quite helpful. And I have also seen in Oman, yeah, they use so much of technology, and it's quite good because learners, then they're having this interest, and how they are these kids these days. They know so much of technology more than at times even the teacher. So it's quite helpful now these days then to use technology in teaching and learning.
Mhm. Okay, I have one another question which is not related to you because I know you are English teacher, but from as a general discussion, we can say, do you your country is adopting a system of STEM education, STEM curriculum? Do you have any idea about the STEM curriculum?
Okay, can you please come again?
I'm talking about the STEM curriculum, STEM, like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. This is a new curriculum emerged from America and now adopted by Australia and other advanced countries, especially Saudi Arabia and Pakistan also. Our new government announced a special task force to introduce STEM technology, STEM curriculum in the schools. So I want to know about the Zimbabwe education. At your schools are adopting the STEM curriculum, or it's not started yet?
Well, we are not yet much into that. Maybe with some private schools, we were more focused on this CAPS curriculum that we're using from the British curriculum, I think. That's what we are mainly focusing on as of now, not knowing what other private schools are offering. The government has recently started with the CAPS curriculum, which they are finding a bit challenging in that we are taking the students common as what do you call it now assessments during the course of the yes they considering that plus the final exam that makes up the students final mark at the end of the year. Yeah, the common assessment something.
Okay, you mean to say that STEM education is not started yet in Zimbabwe?
Not that I know of any college offering. Maybe, like I said, maybe with the private sector.
With this platform, it is a very good opportunity. I will, because we are already offering STEM training courses, STEM teacher training courses, okay? And because in Saudi Arabia already we are offering these type of courses. So inshallah, I will share with you detail. Okay, you can promote the STEM education in Zimbabwe, in your community, in your areas. You can offer to the private schools. It's very easy. We can offer online, and we have complete syllabus for it. It is actually totally activity based. You can say some schools they are those who are having facilities. They can prepare a proper lab for the STEM, but those who do not have proper infrastructure, they can start with only one period in a week or two period in a week. So it is a totally activity, and it is the combination of four subjects: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Okay, so I would appreciate.
This is called STEM, STEM.
Okay, so I would appreciate if you can send me some more details into it so that we can employ it at our schools. I will start with my school.
Yeah, inshallah, because you are our regular member, and inshallah, we are starting a STEM teacher program. So you are welcome along with your friends and family, those who are interested in STEM teaching and learning. Okay, inshallah, we will share our programs detail with you. You can join us and you can start working on it. And then when you understand the system, so you can officially promote on behalf of our organization in your country. And that will be a very good opportunity for you also, and because we will train you or your representative, and inshallah we will guide you or about all the curriculum and all the system and activities. I will share with you my YouTube channels and YouTube videos. You will little bit get idea about that.
Sure, thank you so much. I would appreciate that.
So thank you, Runaya Chipararo, for your precious time. Hopefully, inshallah, next week again we will enjoy your session, because alhamdulillah we can the Saturday, Sunday 2 days we are offering these such type of informative sessions. Okay, so in via this platform, people like you and from other countries, they join the platform, and they are sharing their information, their knowledge. So it's actually a learning platform. We are learning from each other. For example, some ideas you will share and other will enjoy in the same way, because this is almost all our teachers and educators and technologists are here in this group.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah. And another thing.
Yes.
Yes. One other thing is, I was thinking maybe if we can reach out some of, maybe once I'm into STEM and I've thoroughly mastered it, then we can maybe look out for some Palestinians who are right here in this country, and maybe we can offer them some lessons on that, using the STEM curriculum, so that they won't have to fill the gap. What do you think on that?
We have complete infrastructure. Actually, these are the techniques. The schools can adopt the techniques, and we will guide them how the teachers, the school can register their teachers with our organization. We will train them. Okay, and you will be our representative in Zimbabwe, inshallah. So on behalf of you, they will contact you, and then they can join our Zoom session exclusively for the STEM curriculum. Okay, so that is a very good opportunity. We will train them, inshallah, and then we will it will be very good platform, and we will guide them for primary grades, or for elementary, for junior, for senior, because there are different curriculum, different activities for different grades. So we will guide you about all these things, and how it can be implemented in your schools. We will guide the teachers and even the administrator, also the principals and other can also join us.
Okay, thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you very much, Runaya, once again for joining us. Hopefully, inshallah, next Saturday and Sunday we will keep in touch, and we will join again with the new topic.
Okay, enjoy the week ahead.